So as an improviser, what you would do is think A minor 7, A diminished, G major, G minor, the S sharp 7, B7, E7, then blues lick. So again, I'm just going to walk through that because I think that's really important both in many levels, for especially if you want to just have fun comping beyond. You always want to be able to just arpeggiate the chord like this. Hit the chord, hit the arpeggio. Hit the chord, hit the arpeggio. Hit the chord, hit the arpeggio. But you know, I'm also saying learn some substitutes. Makes life easier. G major 7. G minor 7, G minor 7. You know, it's just face it. But there's some substitutions you could do too. But I think maybe that should be on your list of practicing. You know, it's not just a complete diminished 7, and it starts with that leading tone into the G, and G diminished 7 is the same as B flat, okay? And by the way, I talked about the theory, the analysis of it. This is really a substitute for A7 flat 9, just with the B flat in the bass. So it creates that tension. It's basically just going from 1, 5, D to the 5 with the flat 9 in the bass. Say, so you hear this. I'm not going to put the flat 9 in the bass. I'll put the A in the bass. So again, that kind of ties us into some improv. What do I do on the diminished chord? Well, I think of it as an A7 flat 9 chord, which basically means the 5 chord of the D harmonic minor. So I kind of make it darker. Or as Jobim does in the melody, you know, that's something Django would do as well, that diminished, just outlining this. And then it goes to that A minor 7. So then it kind of continues on. And that A minor 7, D7, it basically, you just pretend like the D turns to a dominant, you know, it's a 2-5 to the 4 chord. So there, it's pretty stock again. But the fact that it doesn't give you much time to elaborate, you have to really navigate carefully. But it keeps pushing you. Minor, S sharp, B, 13, E9, then back to D blues. D major, diminished, A minor, diminished. And I said diminished on the D7 flat 9. Hopefully you guys know that trick. It's great for, I think we've done that quite a bit in our Bossa class. You take A minor 7 and you diminish it. It's the easiest trick, I think, to navigate through a 2-5, kind of in that darker flat 9 flavor. Sorry, D7 flat 9 contains, see, I'll put the D in the bass so you can hear it. See, it contains that diminished 7. So as an improviser, what you would do is think A minor 7, A diminished, G major, G minor, the S sharp 7, B7, E7, then blues lick. So again, I'm just going to walk through that because I think that's really important both in many levels, for especially if you want to just have fun comping beyond. Blues like there. there. So I always kind of threw that blues lick on, if you're wondering, where did that blues lick go? B flat 7, A7, that's where you get bluesy to create that tension. And then of course when you resolve it, you continue on with the blues or that Dorian vibe that I talked about last time with this. Those little triads, F major, G. So again, I'm just really talking about some simple outlining. It's not that simple. You have to know your arpeggios. On the B flat dim, B flat dim. You could also do harmonic minor if you think of scale. A minor 7, A minor 7. But here we go, D7 flat 9, turn that A into A diminished. And then on the G major 7. And if you don't know this little trick, I love this shape. I do this. There, but just by doing that, you get the 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Not flat 7, major 7. So be careful. And then for the G minor 7 to the G minor 6, you could just turn that to a minor 7 or minor 6. Kind of as bluesy. If you want that. And that could be the Dorian mode if you want to think scales. And then now then from there we're just on the dominant cycle. F sharp 7, B7, E7. Then I say get bluesy. And I just said D blues. So know your D blues everywhere. You know, that just to throw that in. But is it easy to navigate? No, but this, if you can do the face value thing, I think it sounds beautiful. And again, you could just start to think that way with your chords too. So again, D major. You could think of it as C sharp diminished, B flat diminished, G diminished, E diminished. I'm gonna go to C sharp. So I'm doing this, if you guys wanna do this with me. D major 7. And then I'm gonna go to C sharp. Diminished. And that's the same as B flat dim. You know, you can have 4 starting points if you're just running the arpeggio. But you could even go to the leading tone like Jobim does. You can always kind of slide into it from a half step below. And you can always slide around every 3 frets too. You guys know that trick? If you want to get fancy. A minor, A diminished, G major, G minor, F sharp 7, B7, E7, D blues. And right there, we can just practice with our backing track, which I already have it. Diminish. A minor. A dim. G major. Minor. F sharp. B7. E7. D blues. Again, it's looped. D major 7. And of course, the other aspect is running scales. D major, D harmonic minor, A Dorian, very inside Mixolydian mode on the dominant chord cycle. Like this, F sharp, if you guys want to do this with me. Here's F7, do this. Here's F7 again, just a 3-note shape. And here's the scale F sharp Mixolydian. Take that shape, just 1 octave, B, E. It's just nice to kind of have that movable fingering. So F sharp mixo is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 8. Now I'm going to move it to B, E, and then D blues. And again, you can practice your scales, modes, major. Same thing. Then maybe diminish. Last A. That presents a lot of options. You could do the harmonic minor like I did. You could do whole tone. If you want to get dreamy, you could do a lot of substitutions. Chords, I'll show you what I mean just on the turnaround into the last A. Here's a B section. Just with standard chords, no fancy bass line. And then into E flat major 7. Right here, E flat major. And then right here. So I did a little whole tone lick. A little dreamy, a la kind of Django, French style. And then D majors. So again, you might say, ooh, I like that color. What do I do on that? A whole tone. And then back to the melody. So, again, or you might do flat 9. Let's see. I'm just auditioning these sounds. That's a B section. Here we go into E flat major 7. I'll do the flat 9 flavor. That was our diminished trick. And then into D major 7. So again, what would you do for soloing? Well, it's obvious. Diminished. If you do it with the chord, do it with your lead. You know what I'm saying? So again, knowing your scale chord relationship's important because that will help you derive your phrases or your runs that you want to throw in. One more. Maybe you just want it very inside, just that what I showed you last time for chords. G/A, just this. Or G major 7 arpeggio. Because that is a G against A. So you could just think off of G. That's a beautiful trick. You always want to be able to just arpeggiate the chord like this. This is Joe Pass style here. He would say, hit the chord, hit the arpeggio. Hit the chord, hit the arpeggio. Hit the chord, hit the arpeggio. But, I'm also saying learn some substitutes. Makes life easier. G major 7. G minor 7, G minor 7. It's just face up. There's some substitutions you could do too. But I think maybe that should be on your list of practicing any new song, just to be able to arpeggiate it. I talked a lot about that in this part. That Dorian vamp. I don't need to talk about that, but that's just key of C. All over the fretboard. Jam out in the key of C. It's gonna sound, groove on that for 10 minutes if you can. Just set up that D minor 7, G7 and just have fun. Or even try out those arpeggios that we were superimposing. F. And mix and match those sounds. Arpeggios with scales. I think that's a pretty nice sound. And get bluesy as well.